Before humans fully understood the depths of the ocean, before science discovered the giants beneath the water, there already existed a world where colossal beings moved in silence, almost invisible. Hidden within the vast ocean live gigantic creatures, whales, giant squids, and apex predators at the top of the food chain, ruling the seas with absolute power. A world of depth, power, and mysteries yet to be uncovered. The mysterious ocean. Welcome to Exploring the Ocean, secrets about the giants of the sea. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to motivate us to create more quality content. Don't forget to leave your comments below so we can discuss together. Let's begin. Beneath the deep blue surface that covers most of our planet, there exists a vibrant, deep, and still little-known universe. A liquid world where Earth's greatest giants and creatures with surprising abilities are hidden. In this submerged setting, each species faces its own challenges in environments ranging from the calm of tropical reefs to the frozen currents of the poles. Here, intelligence and strength are intertwined. Hunting techniques refined over generations, complex societies, and fascinating behaviors reveal that the oceans are not just an environment, but a stage in constant motion. With more than 70% of the Earth's surface covered by water, the oceans not only sustain marine life, but also keep the Earth alive, produce oxygen, regulate the climate, and connect the continents through invisible paths that shape human existence itself. In this documentary, we will dive together into the depths to meet some of the most impressive inhabitants of the aquatic world. Prepare to be amazed by ingenious hunters, silent swimmers, and giants with powerful hearts. And before we continue our journey, tell me here in the comments from which city or country you are watching this video. I want to know how far this journey will take us. A small stretch of dark water is surrounded by thick ice that extends to the horizon. In the middle of the Arctic winter, when temperatures drop deeply and the sea surface freezes almost completely, rare breathing holes become the fragile border between life and death. In that narrow space, dozens of pale white bodies continuously emerge and then submerge again. They are the white whales, or belugas, trapped in a natural prison of ice. They cannot leave. They cannot break the ice that is meters thick. And, above all, they cannot stop moving, because if the breathing hole closes, if the surface of the water is sealed, they will have no more air to breathe. The beluga, Delphinapterus lucas, is one of the few whale species completely adapted to the Arctic environment. With a length of about 4 to 5 meters and a weight that can exceed 1,500 kilograms, their bodies are wrapped in a layer of fat up to 15 centimeters thick, which helps maintain heat in waters that can drop below 0 degrees Celsius. Their characteristic white skin not only helps them camouflage under the light-reflecting ice, but is also a sign of maturity. Young individuals are usually grey and gradually turn white over time. Unlike most other whales, the beluga does not have a dorsal fin. This absence is not a defect, but an important adaptation that allows them to move easily under the ice sheet without getting stuck. Their flexible cervical spine allows them to turn their heads in many directions, a rare ability in whales which helps them observe and position themselves in a complex three-dimensional environment. Under the ice, belugas move incessantly between breathing holes. They memorize the location of each opening, creating invisible routes in the frozen ocean. When a breathing hole begins to close, the entire pod must quickly find another spot before the oxygen runs out. The leaders of the pod usually guide the group, using sound to orient themselves and maintain contact. The beluga is nicknamed the canary of the ocean due to its rich repertoire of sounds, whistles, clicks, and chirps that resonate in the water, forming a continuous communication network. But the dependence on these breathing holes also makes them vulnerable. When the ice shifts suddenly or closes completely, the entire pod can be trapped in a small area of water with no way out. In extreme situations, they are forced to huddle together, taking turns to access the air. Every time they emerge, it is a silent race against time. The beluga plays the role of a versatile predator, feeding on fish, invertebrates, and bottom-dwelling species. At the same time, they are also prey for orcas and polar bears when they become trapped in the ice. Their existence reflects the state of the sea ice environment, an ecosystem that is changing rapidly under the impact of the climate. Calves stay close to their mothers for a long time, learning to move, orient themselves, and survive in a world where mistakes have no opportunity to be corrected. In the middle of the frozen ocean, where there is no room for delay or doubt, the white whale does not fight for dominance. It exists through memory, coordination, and the ability to adapt to an environment that is always changing. But as the ice begins to melt faster and the old rules gradually disappear, the question is no longer whether they can survive the extreme cold, but whether they can adapt in time to a world that is warming too quickly. The Arctic sky is submerged in the pale blue light of the long winter days. The sea surface freezes into giant shields, leaving only narrow cracks where the deep black water reveals itself amidst the infinite white ice layer. The wind sweeps across the surface, bringing a cold that cuts the skin, while beneath the thick ice, the ocean continues to move silently. A dark, cold and hostile world where only the most adapted beings can survive. From the deep darkness under the ice, a slender figure emerges near the surface of the water. The narwhal, Monodon monoceros, appears silently, making almost no sound. With a body length of about 4 to 5 meters and a weight of 800 to 1,600 kilograms, it is not the largest whale of the pole, but it is one of the most special creatures that have ever existed in the ocean. The unmistakable feature of the narwhal is its long spiral tusk, which can reach 2 to 3 meters, and which is actually a canine tooth that grows through the upper lip. The surface of the tusk contains millions of nerve endings, making it a sophisticated sensory organ rather than a simple weapon. This tusk can help the narwhal detect small changes in the temperature, pressure, and salinity of the water, vital factors in a frozen environment that always fluctuates. The narwhal's skin is grey with white spots, which changes with age, helping it blend with the scattered light under the ice. Without a large dorsal fin, its body is perfectly adapted to move under thick layers of ice without getting entangled. Every movement saves energy, a crucial survival strategy in an environment where food is not always abundant. When winter tightens its grip on the Arctic, narwhals begin incredible deep dives. They can descend to depths of more than 1,500 meters, remaining submerged for 20 to 25 minutes in a single dive. They hunt Arctic cod, squid, and fish species that live in deep waters. Groups of narwhals move together in small pods, usually from a few individuals to a few dozen. Between them exists a complex sound communication system, which helps maintain cohesion in an environment where vision is limited. Sometimes males are observed touching their tusks in a behavior called tusking. It is not a fight, but rather it may be a form of communication or social assessment. In the Arctic ecosystem, the narwhal is an important link in the food chain. They are predators of deep-sea fish and at the same time potential prey for orcas, a threat that increases as sea ice decreases. The presence of the narwhal reflects the state of the frozen environment. Where they still exist stably, the ecosystem maintains its fragile balance. The narwhal has an average life expectancy of about 50 years, and like many other whales, they reproduce slowly, usually having only one calf after a cycle of several years. It is precisely this slow pace of life that makes them vulnerable to rapid changes in the environment, especially climate change that is melting Arctic ice at an unprecedented speed. In the midst of a hostile world where life is always put to the test, the narwhal does not choose to dominate through force or speed. It exists through subtle adaptation, through the ability to perceive the smallest changes in a transforming ocean. And in the silence of the frozen region, its spiral tusk is not just a biological feature, but also the trace of millions of years of evolution, engraved in a being that continues to float silently to the rhythm of the Earth's cold breath. In the north, where the sea mixes with ice and the wind cuts like a blade, the Arctic reveals a face of the ocean shaped by extremes. Here, survival depends on specific adaptations, and two inhabitants of this frozen world have become symbols of this life always full of challenges. They are the polar bear and the walrus. In the white vastness, a solitary figure walks on the floating ice, sniffing the air. With a length of up to 3 meters and a weight of more than 700 kilograms, the polar bear is the largest terrestrial carnivore on the planet. But contrary to what that title suggests, it spends a large part of its life at sea, swimming long distances between ice blocks. It hunts seals and explores the cracks where the ocean meets the frozen surface. A dense layer of fat insulates it from the cold water, and its thick fur, which appears white, is actually translucent, reflecting and scattering light to camouflage it in the environment. Under this layer of hair, the skin is black, which helps absorb solar heat that is always scarce. But the true secret of its survival lies in patience. The polar bear can remain motionless for hours near a breathing hole, waiting for a seal to emerge. When the time comes, the attack is fast and precise. Despite being solitary hunters, polar bears share a powerful protective instinct with their cubs. Mothers can fast for several months while nursing and teaching the little ones to move on the ice, swim and hunt. Not far from there, gathered on ice banks and rocky shores, hundreds of walruses rest side by side. These social giants can weigh up to 1,200 kilograms and reach a length of 3.5 meters. Their rounded bodies, covered by a thick layer of fat, keep them warm even after long dives in cold waters. The most prominent feature is their pair of tusks. These elongated structures that can exceed 1 meter in length are used to climb ice blocks, defend territory, and establish hierarchies within the group. Walruses are skilled divers, capable of reaching depths of up to 90 meters in search of food. Using their sensitive whiskers, they explore the seabed for mollusks, crustaceans, and other small invertebrates hidden in the mud. Unlike bears, Walruses live in large groups. Their life is communal, marked by deep vocalizations, nudges, and constant interactions. On dry land or on ice, they are slow and clumsy. But in the water, they transform into graceful, coordinated, and powerful beings. Between encounters and confrontations, bears and walruses share the same hostile environment. It is a world where every centimeter of ice can mean food, shelter, or risk. The Arctic is a stage where strength is imposed along with strategy, and survival is decided by a delicate dance between resistance, adaptation, and a precise moment. In the open sea, where the waters grow deeper and silence fills the space, two great protagonists share the same ocean in completely opposite ways. One of them is a legendary predator, fast, precise, and imposing. The other is a gentle herbivore with soft movements and a calm presence. We are talking about the great white shark and the manatee. With a length of up to 6 meters and more than 1,100 kilograms, the white shark is one of the most formidable predators in the oceans. Its presence commands respect. Its aerodynamic body, propelled by a powerful crescent-shaped tail, allows it to reach speeds exceeding 40 kilometers per hour. But more impressive than its physical strength is its precision. It hunts using ambushes, going from below toward the surface in a sudden attack that very few prey can avoid. Its main victims are seals, sea lions, and large fish. Its triangular teeth, sharp as blades, are continuously replaced throughout its life. Each bite has a clear purpose, a lethal efficiency. But despite its reputation for being aggressive, the white shark is not the impulsive hunter that many imagine. It observes, evaluates, and frequently only approaches out of curiosity. Most encounters with humans do not result in attacks, and when they do occur, they are generally due to identification errors. Furthermore, this apex predator fulfills a vital function in marine ecosystems. By maintaining the balance of prey populations and intermediate predators, it sustains the stability of the entire marine food system. Where there are healthy sharks, there is a healthy ocean. While the shark dominates through strength and precision, the manatee or sea cow dominates through serenity. With a length of up to 4 meters and more than 500 kilograms, it inhabits the calm waters of rivers, estuaries, and tropical coasts. Its rounded body and slow movements give it an almost relaxed appearance, but this calm hides an essential routine. It involves eating various types of seagrass, algae, and aquatic vegetation for hours. A single individual can consume up to 10% of its body weight per day in aquatic plants, helping to keep these ecosystems clean and balanced. Unlike many marine mammals, the manatee has no tusks or attack strategies. It survives based on peace. Its form of defense is silence, discretion, and the use of shallow waters where few predators dare to venture. Despite its size, it is extremely agile. It can turn, submerge, and float with impressive smoothness. Its flattened snout, covered by sensitive bristles, helps it identify and manipulate food on the sandy bottom. The manatee also has a strong bond with its calves. Mothers care for the little ones for 2 years, teaching them where to find food, how to orient themselves, and how to breathe safely at the surface. It is a relationship of constant care. These gentle giants, however, face a growing challenge: contact with vessels. Often, their bodies show scars caused by propellers or collisions, a consequence of their slow movement in areas with human traffic. In contrast to the fast hunter that dominates the high-energy zones of the oceans, the manatee reminds us that there is also room for delicacy, for balance, and for simplicity as a form of survival. In the vast ocean, strength and tranquility coexist. The white shark watches the currents, attentive to the slightest movement. The manatee wanders through the vegetation, guided by a calmer rhythm, each with its function, each with its story. At the southern end of the planet, the scene is dominated by biting winds, negative temperatures, and near absolute white. Among the glaciers that stretch as far as the eye can see, an elegant and determined figure breaks the frozen calm. With a black and white suit and an upright walk, the emperor penguin emerges as a symbol of life on the ice. With a height of up to 1.2 meters and a weight of about 40 kilograms, it is the largest of all penguin species. But its size is only one of the adaptations that make it capable of enduring the brutal challenges of the Antarctic continent. During the winter, while most birds flee the cold, emperor penguins face the peak of the season to reproduce. Males and females travel more than 100 kilometers over solid ice to breeding colonies. After mating, the female lays a single egg and returns to the sea to feed, leaving the male with total responsibility for incubation. For almost 2 months, he protects the egg balanced on his feet, covered by a skin fold that insulates it from the cold. During this period, the male does not feed and endures winds exceeding 150 kilometers per hour and temperatures below 40 degrees Celsius, below zero. Around him, hundreds of males gather, forming a compact mass that shares heat and ensures the survival of their future chicks. When the female returns, she brings food stored in her stomach and assumes care of the newborn chick. The alternation between the father and the mother continues for months until the chick is strong enough to face life in the ocean. Despite not flying, emperor penguins are exceptional swimmers. They dive to depths greater than 500 meters, remaining underwater for more than 20 minutes in search of fish, squid, and krill. In the water, they are fast and precise, transforming into feathered torpedoes. From the harshness of Antarctica, we continue toward a more temperate and deeper waters, inhabited by a giant, the basking shark. With an impressive length of 12 meters and a body reminiscent of a moving vessel, this is the second largest fish in the world, behind only the whale shark. The basking shark gets its name from its habit of swimming slowly near the surface, appearing to bask in the sun while filtering plankton from the water. This structure helps direct water toward its immense mouth that remains open while it swims peacefully. With hundreds of rows of specialized gills, it filters enormous volumes of water every minute, extracting food efficiently and silently. The basking shark can be seen near the surface or in deeper waters, especially during its seasonal migrations. Despite its imposing appearance, it is harmless to humans and exhibits shy behavior, often moving away from boats or divers. Unlike active predators like the white shark, it does not hunt. It crosses the seas like a peaceful shadow, moving with a constant rhythm. Its slow swimming with its mouth open and its tail swaying gently is a hypnotic spectacle. These giants are important regulators of the amount of plankton in the oceans, and their migrations are linked to marine productivity cycles. Despite their elusive nature, their presence is an indicator of the health of the seas. Upon leaving the frozen and hostile world of the Arctic, the ocean gradually changes its appearance. It becomes warmer, more vibrant, and also more complex in completely different ways. Coastal waters seem calm at first glance, but beneath the surface, life pulses with a sophisticated rhythm. Cutting through the blue with skill and charm, a familiar figure appears, the bottlenose dolphin. Agile, playful, and incredibly intelligent, this marine mammal is much more than a friendly face. With a length of up to 4 meters and weighing around 650 kilograms, it is a robust swimmer designed for speed and social coexistence. Unlike many solitary predators, dolphins live in highly organized groups called pods, which are true underwater societies. There are sentinels that warn the group of danger, mothers who care for their young with dedication, and even babysitters who help protect the youngest. Communication is constant. Distinct whistles, rhythmic clicks, and body gestures form a language as rich as that of any primate group. At certain moments, it seems they are conversing, and perhaps they are. But it is not just the communication that impresses. These cetaceans have developed complex hunting techniques that demonstrate an advanced level of reasoning. In regions with sandy bottoms, a group of dolphins creates a circular cloud of mud to surround the fish. Trapped by the ring of sediment, the fish jump to escape and are quickly captured. This is not merely a hunting skill. It is a form of culture passed from one generation to the next beneath the surface of the sea. The acrobatic jumps, often seen from the shore, are part of this. They serve as visual signals, coordinating the group or expressing emotional states. And even if they are only playing with waves or bubbles, they are developing bonds, testing skills, and having fun like children at recess. While the dolphins dance in the sunlit waters, in the darker and quieter depths, another master of the oceans moves with almost ghost-like stealth. The Pacific octopus, with arms that stretch to a span of 4 meters, and an intelligence that challenges everything we know about invertebrates, is a true strategist. It has no bones. Its body is a flexible and fluid mass capable of squeezing through tiny openings, taking advantage of every crack, every hidden cave in the reef. But its most powerful weapon is in its skin. Specialized cells called chromatophores allow it to change color and texture instantly. One moment it is visible. The next, it has become part of the rock, sand or vegetation. This active camouflage confuses predators and surprises its prey. More than hiding, it plans with attentive eyes. It observes its surroundings before acting. Upon finding a shell or a crab, it evaluates the situation. With its tentacles, it probes and manipulates, applying force when necessary and delicacy when required. When it needs to break a resistant shell, it can use stones as a tool. Its diet is varied, including crustaceans, mollusks, and small fish. Everything is accessible to one who can contort, grab, analyze, and act in silence. Its digestion process begins outside the prey with an enzyme that helps dissolve the prey's flesh. It can do this even while the prey is still protected by its shell or carapace. But it is in the wild environment where its genius truly shines. Even when facing threats, the octopus has an ace up its sleeve: ink, a dark jet launched toward danger. It confuses the aggressor visually and olfactorily. While the predator tries to understand what happened, the octopus is already gone, disappearing like a magic trick. The Pacific octopus is one of the most enigmatic creatures of the oceans. Every movement is precise. Every decision is based on acute perception and a sharp instinct. A true architect of its own submerged destiny, it demonstrates that in the ocean, cunning can be the key to living free. In the warm, crystal-clear waters surrounding tropical archipelagos, coral reefs house a silent hunter. With firm and elegant movements, the grey reef shark patrols its territory. It moves as if every curve of the reef were part of its own anatomy. Its elongated muscular and aerodynamic body has been shaped for agility. It glides between the coral structures with surgical precision, always attentive to signals of movement. It is an ambush predator, using the advantage of the terrain to approach without being noticed. Its diet includes fish, mollusks and invertebrates, all captured with fast and well-calculated attacks. It evaluates its environment, tests the reaction of its prey, and analyzes the situation thoroughly. Its behavior is characterized by controlled curiosity and, in many cases, by an almost respectful approach. It is also one of the few sharks that tolerates human presence. Experienced divers often tell of peaceful encounters where the animal approaches and circles, observing with attentive eyes without showing hostility. This behavior reinforces a little spoken truth. Not every shark is the villain of the sea. While the grey shark continues its daily routine among the reefs and caves, a colossal figure approaches from above, clearing the way with wide and smooth. This is the giant manta ray, one of the most majestic creatures that cross the oceans. With a wingspan that can reach 9 meters and a weight of up to 2 tons, it is the largest of all ray species. However, its imposing size contrasts with its simple diet: plankton and small microscopic organisms. These gentle giants filter the water with their enormous mouth openings. They absorb thousands of liters per hour while swimming calmly, almost as if they were floating. Despite its calm appearance, the manta ray is incredibly intelligent. Studies show that it possesses the largest brain of all fish. This may explain its sophisticated social behavior and its ability to memorize places and even interact with humans. Manta rays are often seen alone, but they also gather in large groups. They can jump out of the water in displays that still intrigue scientists. These jumps may be a form of communication, courtship, or perhaps simply a response to collective excitement. They are often accompanied by smaller fish that benefit from their presence, taking advantage of the eddies generated by their fins to capture food or protect themselves from predators. It is a silent dance between species. The manta ray passes like an immense shadow over the seabed, while the grey shark continues its vigilance among the corals. Both fulfill their roles with precision. Together, they shape the invisible balance that sustains life on tropical reefs. In the deep and open waters, where the vastness seems infinite, a low, haunting song travels for kilometers in silence. It resonates through the currents like an ancient message loaded with purpose. The sound comes from one of the most immense beings to have ever existed on Earth, the blue whale. With an impressive 30 meters long and a weight of up to 200,000 kilograms, it surpasses any terrestrial or marine creature, whether living or extinct. To get an idea of its magnitude, a calf at birth is already about 7 meters long and weighs as much as an adult elephant. And that's just the beginning. Feeding exclusively on mother's milk, it gains about 90 kilograms per day during the first months of life. The blue whale glides through the waters with an almost surreal elegance. Its long fins and powerful tail propel it across thousands of kilometers in migratory journeys that cross entire oceans. And despite its colossal size, its movements are graceful, as if it were gliding through time itself. It feeds on krill, small crustaceans that gather in dense clouds. In a single mouthful, it can ingest more than 3 tons of these tiny prey. For this, it has a high-efficiency filtering system, internal baleen plates that act as giant sieves. It is a meticulous operation that is repeated dozens of times a day during the feeding season. However, it is in its communication that this giant truly stands out. Its sounds can be recorded more than 1,000 kilometers away, low, deep, and almost imperceptible to us. These calls are used to maintain contact with other individuals, and possibly even to map vast distances. Despite its imposing size, the blue whale is a sensitive creature that faces constant challenges in its journey across the oceans. Climate change, noise pollution, and the degradation of migratory routes affect its feeding and reproduction. Fortunately, in recent years, international efforts to create marine sanctuaries and restrictions on commercial hunting have helped protect these ancient giants. While the blue whale reigns due to its size and delicacy, another creature shares the top of the food chain with it, but for very different reasons: the orca. At up to 9 meters long and 6 tons in weight, the orca is actually the largest member of the dolphin family and perhaps the most efficient marine predator. Its muscular body, covered by a hypnotizing black and white pattern, is functional. It camouflages, deceives, and confuses prey in both clear waters and darker regions. But its true strength lies in its brain. Orcas live in social groups called pods, composed of up to 40 individuals that cooperate in a highly strategic manner. Within these groups, each orca has a function. Together, they execute complex hunting plans, whether surrounding schools of fish, pushing seals off ice blocks, or even facing much larger whales. In some regions, orcas use specific tactics for each type of prey. They are capable of adapting their behavior, learning from experience, and transmitting this knowledge to the following generations. That is not just intelligence, it is culture. communication between them is intense and diverse. Whistles, clicks, unique vocalizations of each group, as well as gestural behaviors. Despite being elite hunters, orcas are also vulnerable. Chemical pollution in the oceans can affect their reproductive health, and the scarcity of prey in certain areas increases conflicts with commercial fishing. Many become trapped in nets or go hungry when competing with industrial fleets. Even so, the orca remains the ultimate symbol of the combination of strength, strategy, and social cohesion. A reminder that in the ocean, survival does not belong only to the largest or fastest, but also to the most cooperative. Giants for different reasons, the blue whale and the orca inhabit parallel worlds under the same deep waters. One rules with softness, the other with precision. Both represent, in their own way, the most extraordinary of marine life. In the tropical and temperate seas, when the sun begins to say goodbye to the horizon and the ocean surface reflects golden tones, a colossal shadow breaks the calm. Suddenly, it jumps as if defying gravity and submerges again with a roar that resonates at the bottom of the sea. It is the humpback whale, one of the most fascinating and expressive creatures that cross the oceans. With a length of up to 16 meters and a weight of more than 30 tons, the humpback is easily recognizable by its long pectoral fins and its acrobatic jumps. But these jumps have functions that go far beyond a show. They are forms of communication, defense, and even hygiene. When a humpback launches itself into the air, it may be trying to get rid of parasites, alert other whales, or simply attract the attention of a potential mate. In addition to the jumps, the humpback whale also sings, and it sings like no other species. Each population develops its own compositions, true underwater symphonies that can last up to 30 minutes and be repeated for hours. These songs travel for kilometers and have a central function during the breeding season. They are not just sounds, they are signals of identity, strength, and desire. The migration of humpbacks is one of the longest journeys in the animal kingdom. They travel up to 8,000 kilometers a year, moving between feeding areas in cold waters and tropical regions where they give birth. During these long journeys, they cross different ecosystems, interacting with various species and facing a series of challenges, from natural ones to boat routes. Despite their colossal size, they are surprisingly agile. Their fins function as levers that help them maneuver with elegance. Every movement seems choreographed, as if the ocean were a stage and the whale a dancer of blue-grey tones. When swimming in a group, humpbacks also collaborate in hunting. In some regions, they form bubble nets, a technique that consists of surrounding schools of fish with columns of air, forcing the fish to group in the center. Then, the whales emerge synchronously and swallow thousands of fish in a single movement. This cooperative behavior is another proof that even the largest giants of the ocean know that survival depends on teamwork. The presence of humpbacks in coastal waters has also brought benefits to humans. Whale watching tourism practiced responsibly, has promoted sustainable economic development in various communities. This also highlights the importance of marine conservation. Seeing a humpback whale up close is an experience that goes far beyond a mere spectacle. It is a transformative experience, a reminder that the ocean is home to forms of life as grand as they are delicate, and that every jump on the horizon carries centuries of adaptation, communication, and beauty. In the vast liquid expanse surrounding the planet, the humpback whale is a symbol of the balance between strength and expression, a giant that sings, leaps, and moves us, inviting us with every appearance to look at the sea with deeper reverence. The morning light filters through the calm water of the tropical seas, creating bands of shimmering light that oscillate with every small wave. Here, where the ocean expands infinitely, warm currents transport countless microorganisms that float in the water column. From a distance, a giant figure gradually appears, without haste, without causing disturbances. The whale shark, Rhincodon typus, glides like a colossal living mass, guided by patience. With an average length of 10 to 12 meters and a weight that can reach 20 to 30 tons, it is the largest fish on the planet. However, unlike most sharks, it is not an apex predator in the traditional sense. In its world, survival depends more on efficient filter feeding than on speed or bite strength. Its thick skin is covered with white spots and light stripes that run across its body, creating a unique pattern for each individual, a feature similar to a fingerprint. Its wide mouth at the front, which can open more than 1.5 meters, allows it to filter thousands of liters of water per hour. Moving at low speed, it opens its mouth and sucks in seawater loaded with plankton, fish eggs, and small fish. The water is then expelled through the gill system with hundreds of filtering plates, retaining the valuable source of nutrition. The whale shark's survival strategy does not lie in pursuit, but in being in the right place at the right time. It can migrate thousands of kilometers each year, following the trail of nutrient-rich waters such as fish spawning areas. In the rare moments when food is abundant, dozens of individuals can gather, forming slow spirals, opening their mouths and turning with the current. Despite its magnitude, the whale shark has a slow and prolonged life cycle. It reaches sexual maturity quite late, generally after about 25 to 30 years. Its estimated life expectancy can exceed 70 years, and some recent studies even suggest it can live more than 100 years. The low reproduction rate, combined with slow growth, makes this species vulnerable to human impacts, such as fishing or boat collisions. In the oceanic ecosystem, the whale shark plays a role in regulating the lower levels of the food chain. Its long migratory journeys across the ocean contribute to connecting distant ecosystems, transporting energy and nutrients between marine regions. In a world where many predators assert their power through speed and brutality, the whale shark exists with slowness, precision, and persistence over time. It does not need to hunt to survive. It does not need to fight to dominate. Sometimes, in this vast ocean, balance is not maintained by the strongest, but by the beings that best know how to integrate into the flow of life. At the end of this submerged journey, it is clear that the oceans are not just vast expanses of salt water. They are the pulsating essence of our planet. Each creature we encountered along the way carries with it a unique story of adaptation, intelligence, and connection with the environment. In the depths, we discovered more than just animals. We saw complex behaviors, organized societies, family bonds, and strategies that challenge what we know about wildlife. The greatness of the seas does not lie only in their size, but in the diversity of ways of existing that they harbor. There is still much to discover, study, and, above all, respect. Protecting the oceans is protecting the base of life on Earth, a responsibility that goes far beyond simply admiring its wonders. If you have come this far, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss our next videos. Share this video with those who love nature as much as you do. Thank you for accompanying us on this journey to the depths. Until the next adventure.